It's a busy weather day across the Caribbean as well as regionally. We've been seeing Umberto getting stronger. Bermuda is now on a tropical storm watch. We have that system brewing out there in the Atlantic. But first of all, let's take a look at Umberto, which is set to become a Category 2 hurricane as it goes through the next few days. It could well be getting quite close to Bermuda. They could be seeing some coastal flooding, obviously some rough surf, as well as some of those heavy rains as it gets closer. So they'll be watching that quite closely. Out towards the Atlantic, just about 1,900 kilometers east of the Lesser Antilles, is an area of low pressure. It is right now organizing itself, and as it moves over some warm waters, 30 degrees Celsius in places, we could be seeing this thing developing into a tropical depression. It is set to move towards the northwest, but as it gets closer to the island chain, obviously we'll be monitoring this to see how close it gets and how much of a swerve it makes out towards the open ocean. But meanwhile, the ITCZ and another tropical wave continues to bring wet weather across the Windward Islands. That will continue across Trinidad and Tobago overnight into Tuesday and may well extend into Wednesday and maybe even Thursday. So across Tobago then, still continuing to see those spells of rain, as well as the high chance of you seeing some thundery downpours as well. And in some of those downpours, street or flash flooding is likely, along with some gusty winds. And also the possibility during the heat of the day may also see some twisters coming down from those thundery showers. For Trinidad, also looking for a wet night across the northern range. Most of the rainfall will continue to fall across Turco, into Diego Martin, and all the way across the northern range into central and southern areas as well. The intertropical convergence zone will provide a lot of moisture. Also, a lot of that convection could be on the heavy side, especially down towards the central and southern areas of Trinidad. Be mindful of the possibility of street and or flash flooding, as well as some gusty winds in those downpours. So as you go about your business over the next few days, be mindful about this. And also the soil will become soggier as we go through the next few days as well. So tonight then, we'll likely feel a bit cooler in times. 24 degrees Celsius around Caroni. Could be seeing temperatures maybe hovering about 33 degrees Celsius in places, but not much is expected in terms of that cloudiness that's not set to break over the next few days. So temperature-wise, on Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures will actually take a dip. 31 degrees Celsius is likely, 32 as the temperatures just rise slightly on Friday. We should be seeing the tail end of all of that rainy activity by the end of the working week, and that should start the weekend on a fair note. Now, across the seas, we have been watching those choppy seas at times out in the Atlantic, 2 to 2.5 meters, more of a moderate chop through the Caribbean at 2 meters, and those southeasterly winds are fresh at 20 knots, and that's how it should stay as you go through your Tuesday. We also have just one low tide at 11:45 a.m. Now, the rest of the Caribbean out towards the Greater Antilles, there will be a few showers popping up around the Santo Domingo. The tropical wave coming through, be interacting there. We could be seeing some of that activity spreading into the Dominican Republic. Meanwhile, it trails down towards St. Lucia, into parts of Barbados, and then eventually clearing there as they go through their day. But more so for St. Vincent and Grenada. They will continue to see some of those gusty rains as they go through Tuesday. No higher than 29 degrees Celsius expected for Grenada and St. Vincent on Tuesday. But for us, it will be rainy and thundery, some gusty winds as well. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.